We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello students, I am Prakriti Shah, Assistant Professor of Sankarsi Vaghela Bapu Institute of Technology. Today we will discuss Unit 4 Ordinary Differential Equation. Ordinary differential equation of first order and first degree. Now first we will discuss what is the differential equation. An equation involving differential coefficient is called differential equation. It means in the equation, differential coefficient must be present. Example number 1, sin x plus dy by dx equals to e raised to x. So we can see that in term 2, dy by dx is present. That means the differential coefficient is present. That's why this equation is called differential equation. Example number 2, del square z by del x square plus del square z by del y square equals to 0. In both the term, differential coefficient is present, so this equation is also called differential equation. We classify the differential equation in 2 parts, ordinary differential equation and partial differential equation. Now, first, what is the ordinary differential equation? In the equation, independent variable is 1 and dependent variable is 1. So, in the ordinary differential equation, we have only one independent variable. Now, what is the partial differential equation? In this equation, independent variable is more than 1 and dependent variable is 1. So, in short, if independent variable is 1, then it is called ordinary differential equation. And in the equation, if independent variable is more than 1, then it is called a partial differential equation. The ordinary differential equation is denoted by d by dx and partial differential equation is denoted by del by del x. In this chapter, we discuss about the ordinary differential equation. First, we discuss the definition of the order. The order of a differential equation is the order of the highest derivative present in the equation. So, if you have to find the order of the equation, first you have to check the highest derivative term in the given equation. Example number 1, del d square y by dx square minus 5 dy by dx plus 6y equals to e raised to x. In this equation, first check the highest derivative term. So here highest derivative term is d square y by dx square. So order of this equation is 2. Example number 2, d square y by dx square whole square minus dy by dx whole square plus 1 whole cube equals to 0. So now check in this equation what is your highest derivative term. So in this equation highest derivative term is d square y by dx square. So in this equation order is also 2. The next definition is degree. The degree of a differential equation is the power of the highest order derivative after removing the radical sign and the fraction. So, if we have to find the degree of the given differential equation, first you have to check the radical sign and the fraction If it is present, so you have to first remove this radical sign and this fraction. After that, check the highest order derivative term. Example number 1, d square y by dx square whole square minus dy by dx whole square plus 1 whole cube equals to 0. So first check if any radical sign or fraction is present. No. So directly check the highest order derivative term. So in this equation, higher order derivative term is d square y by dx square. The power of this term is 2, so degree of this equation is 2. Example number 2, d square y by dx square minus 5 dy by dx plus 6y equals to e raised to x. Now first check any radical sign or fraction is present? No. If it is present, then first remove it and then check the highest derivative term in the equation. So in this equation, the highest derivative term is d square y by dx square. So power of this term is 1. So degree of this equation is 1. We know very different method to solve the first order and first degree. We have a different method to solve this type of the equation. Here we discuss the variable separable method which is important for GTU exam. So first you have to know about the form of variable separable equation. So if equation of the form is f1x dx plus f2y dy equals to 0, then it is called variable separable equation. If variable separable equation is given, to solve this equation, you have to integrate. So here we integrate separately integration f1x dx plus integration f2y dy equals to c. From this we get the general solution. But if equation of the form is given dy by dx equals to f of ax plus by plus c. If this type of equation is given, then first we can reduce to form in which variables are separated by putting ax plus by plus c equals to b. That means if dy by dx equals to f of ax plus by plus c is given, so first we consider ax plus by plus c equals to b and convert this given equation in variable separable equation form. Now see the first example, solve dy by dx equals to e raised to x minus y plus x square into e raised to minus y. So if we have to solve this equation by variable separable method, then our first step is we have to separate variable x with dx and variable y with dy. Right. So here equation is given dy by dx equals to e raised to x minus y plus x square into e raised to minus y. We know we can write e raised to x minus y is e raised to x into e raised to minus y. So we know e raised to minus y is common in both the terms. So first we have to take e raised to minus y as a common. So now dy by dx equals to e raised to x plus x square into e raised to minus y. Now we will write variable x with dx and variable y with dy. So 1 upon e raised to minus y dy equals to e raised to x plus x square dx. So we can write 1 upon e raised to minus y is e raised to y dy equals to e raised to x plus x square dx. Here we separate both the variables. So now integrate both the side and get the general solution. So integration e raised to y dy equals to integration e raised to x plus x square dx. So integration of e raised to y is e raised to y. Integration of e raised to x is e raised to x. plus integration of x square is x cubed by 3 plus c, which is our general solution. Example number 2, solve x dy by dx plus cot y equals to 0, y equals to pi by 4 when x equals to root 2. So again, here we try to separate variable y and x both. So x dy by dx plus cot y equals to 0. So we can write x dy by dx equals to minus cot y. So now write the variable y with dy and write the variable x with dx. So here we get 1 upon cot y dy equals to minus 1 upon x dx. We know 1 upon cot y is tan y, so tan y dy equals to minus 1 upon x dx. Now we write both the variables separately. So integrating both the sides. So integration of tan y dy equals to minus integration of 1 upon x dx. We know the integration of tan y is log set y equals to minus integration of 1 upon x is log c, and here we take constant log c. So we write log set y plus log x equals to log c. Here we apply the logarithm property, so we can write log x into set y equals to log c. So from this we get the general solution x set y equals to c. But in this example, they given the particular values. That means here we have to find also particular solution for this particular value. The value is given y equals to pi by 4 when x equals to root 2. So we put this value in the general solution. So we get root 2 set pi by 4 equals to c. We know the value of set pi by 4 is root 2. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. So we get the answer of the constant c equals to 2. Put this value in the general form. So we get the answer x set y equals to 2, which is our required particular solution of the given equation. Example number 3, solve dy by dx equals to cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. So, see this example, we can't directly separate variable of x and variable of y, but we know the formula of cos x plus y. The formula of cos x plus y is cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. So, we can write dy by dx equals to cos x plus y. So we know if equation of the form is dy by dx equals to f of ax plus by plus c form, then in this case we consider ax plus by plus c equals to b. So here we consider x plus y equals to b. Now differentiate this with respect to x. So 1 plus dy by dx equals to dv by dx. From this we can write dy by dx equals to dv by dx minus 1. Now substitute these all values in this equation. So dy by dx equals to, we can write dv by dx minus 1 and x plus cos v, because we consider x plus y equals to v. So now our equation is cos v dv, sorry. So our equation is dv by dx minus 1 equals to cos v. So we can write dv by dx equals to 1 plus cos v. Now we reduce the given equation in variable separable form. Now write the variable v with dv and write the variable x with dx. So we get 1 upon 1 plus cos v dv equals to dx. Here we separate both the sides, we separate both the variables. So now integrate on the both sides. Integration of dv 1 plus cos v equals to integration of dx. We know the integration of dx is x plus c. So now we integrate this term. So we know the formula of 1 plus cos v. We know the formula of 1 plus cos v is 2 cos square v by 2. So integration dv upon 2 cos square v by 2 equals 2x plus c. 1 by 2 is a constant value, so we write 1 by 2 integration sec square v by 2. Because 1 upon cos square v by 2, we can write sec square v by 2. Now integrate sec square v by 2 with respect to v. So answer is 1 by 2, 10 v by 2 upon 1 by 2 equals 2x plus c. This 1 by 2 is cancelled out and we get the answer 10 v by 2 equals 2x plus c. But we know the given equation is in variable of x and y form. So our answer must be in variable of x and y. So here we substitute the value of v and we know we consider x plus y equals to v. So here we can write 10x plus y upon 2 equals to x plus c, which is our required general solution. Example number 4. Solve the differential equation xy dy by dx equals to 1 plus x plus y plus xy. Again, here we can't directly separate variable x and variable y. So, first, see here right hand side, we can adjust the term. See second term and fourth term. In both the term, we can take common x. So here we take the x as a common, so we get 1 plus y, and from the first and third term we can write plus 1 plus y. So xy divided by dx equals to 1 plus y into 1 plus x. Now write the variable x with dx and write the variable y with dy. So here we write separately both the variables. Y upon 1 plus y dy equals to 1 plus x upon x dx. Now integrate both the sides. Here we adjust the term. So 1 plus y minus 1, we add 1 and we less 1, right? Equals to here the separately divide by x. So 1 upon x plus 1 dx. Here we again separately divide by 1 plus y. So we get integration 1 plus y upon 1 plus y minus 1 upon 1 plus y dy equals to integration 1 upon x plus 1 dx. Here 1 plus y cancel out. So integration 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus y dy equals to integration of 1 upon x is log x. Integration of 1 is x plus c. Now integrate here. So integration of 1 with respect to y is y. Integration of 1 upon 1 plus y is log 1 plus y. So y minus log 1 plus y equals to log x plus c. So we can write y minus x equals to log x plus log 1 plus y plus c. Here we apply the logarithm property and write y minus x equals to log x into 1 plus y, and here we consider the constant log c. So we get the answer e raised to y minus x equals to x into 1 plus y plus c, which is our required general solution of the given equation. I hope you understand this topic.